So first of all, thank you guys for allowing me to speak to you guys, because I don't take it lightly. I know all of you guys have responsibilities. You have families. You have kids that that are fighting for your attention, that really want your attention. Spouses, and for you guys to be on here, it speaks a lot to who you are and what you want for your future. And I say that very confidently, that I think that we have a vehicle that will help every one of you. Even though I can't speak to the future of the projects, I can tell you, as Brian's mentioned, that I've done extremely well in this industry. And my goal was not to become my goal was to become a multi-millionaire, which I did, but it wasn't ever, my goal was never to be worth over 200 million plus dollars or doing any of this stuff. It was to really put myself in a position where I could come and go, do anything I please, and then help my friends and family do the same thing. I know that a lot of people, I was talking to somebody earlier, and one of the guys on this call was on that call with me earlier, and he goes, well, man, if you, and I showed him exactly what I was making, and he's like, that's just insane. He goes, but why are you going out working? Why are you sharing that? I wouldn't share that. I was like, well, that tells me two things. Number one, it shows me your heart. But number two, it shows me that you've never really had money, because once you truly have money and you have success and you have anything really that you really want to go buy, yes, I've got a fancy car and a big house that I'm moving into in 45 days. But what do you have after that? I mean, what do you do? Well, number one, you give back, I would hope, whether it's financially or your earnings or your time. But it's no fun to have all this money and there's no meaning behind it. So one of the things I truly love to do, I'm a veteran, I served in the Air Force, is I love helping veterans. And one of the things I'm going to be doing with my money personally, and I like to start off talking about this, is I'm going to combat homelessness for veterans in the host city of Vegas single-handedly. I don't care the cost. I've already met with some people at the city council. I told them I don't care if it costs 5 million, 10 million, 20 million, one way or another in the next 36 months, that we will not have another homeless person in Vegas, or at least I'll have the funds to combat that, and I will donate that kind of money to that kind of problem. So everybody has their own thing. I also like, my mother growing up was a battered woman during her first marriage. So I want to support different things like that. So when I talk about what I'm passionate about giving back. I'm passionate about the projects that we do. We don't get on here and talk about the kind of money that we're making just because our company motto is blockchain with a purpose. So we're out here because we want to change lives. All the money in the world does no good if you have bad health, you're not taking care of yourself, and you're the only one in your family that has it. I mean, that's really not that fun. I remember when I hit my first $10 million, I never had $1 million liquid cash in my account. I've made millions over time, but I've never been a liquid multi-millionaire before. And I remember the first thing I did was I went out and I bought my dream car. If you guys follow me on Instagram, you guys see my stories. If not, it's kind of a cool thing. As a matter of fact, that's when I started getting a lot of my businesses. When people saw me, started flying around on private jets on Instagram and doing all these really cool things, taking 45 days off, going to Italy, and people like, I want to do what you do. And I said no to building a business for a long time because I'm 51, turned 51 in 60 days. And I was like, I just don't want to work that much. I've worked a lot in my life. And at this point, I like to kind of relax a little bit and start enjoying a lot more things. But once you hit that kind of money, you wake up, you think your life's going to change. For those that aren't millionaires, you chase this imaginary dream of becoming a multi-millionaire. And then when you hit it, you go buy everything that you want to buy. But what's next? You can do all that in 3 days, 4 days, 5 days. What's after that? You sit around like, okay, you want to impact lives. I mean, my goal, obviously, well, in the next 2 years, 3 years, I really feel like I'll be worth well over $1 billion, and that's fine and dandy. But I was telling somebody that's on this call today, my goal is to die broke. I want to give back and help better thousands and thousands and thousands of lives. And I truly believe this, what you guys are about to see, what you guys just saw from Brian, and I'll go a little deeper in some of those things. is a vehicle to help a lot of people do a lot of things. I'm not going to say it's going to make you $1 billion or $1 million. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying it has the potential of helping a lot of people, is all I can say about that. Legal, if you're watching this, I know you are. Kat watches me everywhere I go, on my socials. She's on my Zooms. So Kat appreciates me. I love our legal team because they do watch that. We don't want somebody ruining a good thing by promising people you're going to make a lot.